ChatGPT's new agent mode is awesome for creating different pieces of content you need for your construction business. Now, in today's video, we're going to be looking at how you can create professional looking proposals that are tailored to exactly your needs. In this video, I'm going to run through a demo of exactly how you can get the most out of ChatGPT agent mode for your construction business. Now, for those who don't know me, I'm Josh Turner, a construction project manager who now helps construction businesses adopt AI the right way. So check out the link below in the description if you want help or education in your business. The steps we've got to run through today so that you can get the most out of agent mode is, first, we need to enable ChatGPT agent mode. The second is to gather the reference documentation. This is things like your past proposals as an example, what the RFP is to give it context, some testimonials, and more information on your business. The third is then uploading these reference documentation to ChatGPT so it is able to pull from it and use it as context. The fourth is then creating a well-structured prompt that'll get the most out of the agent. 5 is the agent mode in action. This is where it goes away and it can take up to about half an hour to pull through all the documents and create what you want. 6, we then review the draft proposal that it's created. And 7 is either prompting it with follow-up actions, how we want it improved, or going through and manually editing that proposal so it's ready to be submitted. Now, I'd be lying to you if I said it's going to get it 100% of the way there. You'll absolutely need to do some tidy up work and figure out exactly what you need in the end. But the important thing is you can save a ton of time by getting it 90% of the way there using ChatGPT. And the better you follow these steps, the better outcome you'll get. So let's just jump straight into the demo. Cool. So now we're into ChatGPT. Now, you need to have the plus or above subscription to be able to access agent mode. And let's jump into step 1, which is enabling that agent mode. And you simply navigate to tools and you'll see at the top here, agent mode. So you select that. On the plus plan, which is what I'm currently on, I think you get around 40 of these exercises a month. Now in agent mode is step 2 is gathering your reference documentation. Now this is anything that gives it more context for it to use. So in this case, I'm just using an example demo. And so I've got those documents ready to go. Now to add them, just go add photos and files, same again, and this will take down to my downloads. And here I've got some profile information on the company, an example past proposal, the RFP in question that we're actually applying for, some past project data for 2 relevant projects, and a client testimonial. So I'm going to go ahead and select all of these and have them upload. Now, while they're uploading, which is step 3, we can jump to step 4, which is the prompt. Now, this is very, very important to get right. So much so I have my own document here of the general prompt process that I'll go through to create these. You can see there's actually some structure to it. The key being we've got the role, the context, task in question, instructions step by step, and the resources we provided it to give it. The role is simply that it's an expert proposal writer. Context is that it's been given a number of documents to reference, to utilize to create the best possible proposal for, in this case, ABC contractors. Very original, I know. The task, this is showing that the Oak Ridge Estates RFP is what we're targeting and to tailor the proposal for that project specifically, answering the questions that are laid out inside that RFP. You can see what I've done, and this is important, as I've given it the structure it should follow. So these are the sections of my proposal that are critically important and should be headers. So basically, this is a very simple case. Some would be, I guess, more simple, or some would be a bit more complex, but I've given it these outlines. So an introduction about who the contractor is in question, just reiterating you understand the project, approach methodology, project schedule, the team, key core members of the team that will be undertaking the project, the safety record, and then relevant experience on past projects. So fairly usual kind of proposal. The important thing is here is you can add more detail should it be required. So if you have a rough methodology, this would be a great place to either add it as an upload or put it into the prompt here so that it knows how you're thinking. And that way it'll just use that information and polish it up so that it fits within the report. And if you have core team members that are working on it, then you can upload their CVs and let it know that their core members are going to be completing the project. So the more information, the better, and it'll be able to better tailor the RFP to your requirements. And then I've simply just said the tone should be professional and tailored to the RFP, and the voice and format of the example proposal given. So it will always match your company's thing. With agent mode, it's quite good to give it instructions of 1, 2, 3, 4 of exactly what you want the process to run through. In this case, I want it to first go through and confirm that it has access to all the documents that are uploaded. Then it will go ahead and create a brief outline, which should follow this up here. And then after that, it can go ahead and start drafting the different sections of these, putting it all together. And then the final piece of the puzzle is I wanted it formatted as a PDF, and then that will end the process there and it should come back to me. And then the last bit of the prompt here, I have the resources provided to it, which is simply going through and giving it context onto what has been uploaded. So I'm going to go ahead and copy this over into ChatGPT here. I find it helpful to have a bunch of documents with different draft or templated prompts that I use, so I can just go in there and fill it out as I need. So now that's come up in here. We've got our things uploaded and we have our prompt. So that's our 4 steps done. Now 5, let's get this agent in action. So go ahead and click enter. Now you see it's a little bit different to usual. It goes through thinking and set up a desk. This is purely because it has the ability to access a lot more than just the internet and its background and knowledge, I guess. What you'll see is it comes across like this, and you can watch this as long as you like, but it's going ahead and reading all the different information that's been uploaded. And typically this can last anywhere from a minute to 30 minutes, depending on the complexity of the task. So this is a great time to grab a coffee while it goes ahead and does its thinking. What I'm going to do, I'll pause the video here and then we'll come back once it's completed its thinking, and we'll see what it's come out with. Okay, so it's gone ahead and completed that. You can see here that it actually took it 7 minutes for this particular exercise to complete what we needed it to. And then, as you can see, it spits out a brief summary of what it's done, and then the proposed structure, which is in line with what we gave it in the prompt. So that's great. And then a final bit to show that it has done its job and the proposal is here. So let's go and take a look into it. We'll open this up and see what it's come up with. So this is the same format as what my example proposal was that I put through. Now, what I've seen it's done is it's actually, these are references to documents we uploaded, and it's great that it used them, but also we don't want those within the report there. So we'll go ahead and remove those shortly, but I'm just going to take another quick review, which is step 6, which is reviewing the draft proposal. So let's take a quick look and see if there's anything else we want it to change while it goes through. Now, it's only very recent that ChatGPT has actually been able to create documents that look somewhat like a finished product. So it's pretty cool to see it come together. And I'm just scanning my eyes over what's on here at the moment. There's nothing else other than these references that are really popping up. There's something I'd want to try and prompt it to change. The schedule, this table is a bit ugly, to be honest. It's not worth trying to prompt this to fix that. That's something that's best done after the fact and manually. The same with having this on a new page would probably look a little bit cleaner. Those are kind of the stuff that you would want to do yourself and not try and prompt ChatGPT to do. So yeah, I am pretty happy with how everything else looked. Client testimonial, that's great. And then obviously a fake address and everything there. It's pulled that from the company's information, but it's not a real company, so I wouldn't go calling the number or anything. Now we've looked at that, let's go back in and update it with what we want. So I'm going to go ahead and type that prompt now to get it to fix up those references. Okay, so it's going to go ahead and go through a similar process, but it shouldn't take as long this time. So again, we'll jump back once it's completed the edits that we want it to. Okay, we're back. You can see this time it only took 2 minutes for it to change the PDF. So now let's jump in. You can see it's renamed it clean and see if it has done what we wanted, and it looks like it has. So it's removed those references to the uploaded documentation originally. And now we should have what is probably 90% of the way there to a fairly clean project proposal that we can submit to the client. So from here, it'd be a matter of tweaking it to exactly what you need, adding anything extra, probably some photos and things like that. But you can see the bulk of the work is done here for you. So it's really impressive just how far LLMs have come in being able to understand context and what you really want out of it to word it in the way you want it. So you don't find yourself constantly putting in your prompt and it's spitting out something that's okay, but it doesn't quite sound how you want it to sound. And that's frustrating because you feel like you're wasting your time. So it's really impressive to see how far it's come. And then to have it spit it out as a PDF with the sections already there is very helpful. Now, some of my favorite use cases that I've seen with working with clients recently is particularly for the smaller contractors. They can use this kind of process to submit very professional looking proposals for even small value contracts, making them stand far and above away from their competition. As typically for the likes of the smaller ones, they'll just submit a pricing breakdown of exactly how much it's going to cost them and what they're going to do. But they can do that plus this, which really only takes another half an hour or so for their smaller contracts. And that's just going to level them up that little bit more in the client's eye. And I'm really loving to see that. It's a great little thing that the smaller businesses can add. Now, I'll finish this off by there's always a way to automate this more into your workflows. And if you want to have that level of automation, feel free to click on the link in the description and book a call with me. And we can go through exactly the process that your business needs to get this up and running. If you're stuck and struggling on where your business can start with AI, that's where I'm here to help. Book a call in the description and we can get you set up where I'll jump in and go through all your processes in your business and we'll identify the opportunities you have to use AI and which ones will make the most sense to implement first. And from there, we can generate a roadmap so that you can continue your adoption because it's going to be a journey and not a destination. Now, I'm looking forward to hearing from you further. Thanks for watching the video. I hope it was helpful. Let me know if there's anything else you want to see done with how ChatGPT or any other LLM or AI can help you. Feel free to leave those in the comments below. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you on the next one.